Hello everybody, my name is Bojan Ivanovic, and in today's video for business sector manufacturing model, we will go through the registering absence for work and machine centers. We will go through some topics and then we will go through the video in Business Central. First of all, what is an absence? Similar as the humans, machines also need some kind of rest, and that rest needs to be evident as an absence for work and machine centers. For example, regular maintenance are needed for machines, so they can keep some smooth working and without failures during manufacturing processes. Also, some companies also have collective vacation for their manufacturing departments, so they can optimize processes. This is very important from planning point of view for manufacturing planners because they need to know in every moment which machines are available so we can produce manufacturers and so can we supply our demands for the customers. Question that raises here is how to process these absences in Business Central. There are a couple of ways we can do this and we will show it in the next video. So first of all is to register absence in calendar entries. We can do this on the two ways. First, we can do it directly on Work Machine Center card, and the other way is from a report that is called Register Absence from Work Center and Register Absence from Machine Centers. They work on the same way. Difference is only between one works for Work Centers, the other does for Machine Centers. Next thing is registering absence is in capacity ledger entries that we can do it with capacity journal and stop code. This is important when, for example, we want to register maintenance work that must be assigned to capacity but not to specific production order. Now I will go to the Business Central, just a couple of seconds, and welcome to the Business Central. Now we will go through the registering absence in Business Central. First, we will do it from one of the cards for the work centers. We will type in work centers. Then we will go for some work center, for example, edge banding. And we will look at calendar for edge banding. At the calendar for the next week, for example, for the second work center, we can see that whole hour week is available for that work center, 480 minutes. Let's assume that we have some kind of absence. We will go to the home and to register to input the absence. We will say okay on the Monday 28th of April from 10 to 12 we have some kind regular maintenance and we will use 100% of our capacity. The important thing here is that inputting here as the line, it's not enough that our calendar entries will be updated. Let's go back to the calendar entries. If you go back to the calendar, to the 28th of April, it still says 480 minutes. The important thing that needs to be done when importing the absence is to need to update it here. So we need to go related, absence, and update. You can see here that Boolean field called updated is now checked. If we go back to the calendar for our second work center, at the 28th of April, now we have 360 minutes. And if we open the details for that, we can see that we have calendar entries. First, we have our first shift until 10. Then from 10 to 12, we have our pause because we have our regular maintenance. We can see that capacity is 0 minutes. We can use it for manufacturing. And then from 12 until 4 p.m., we have again 240 minutes that is available for our work center. The other way of registering absences, for example, for work center, is from report we can input it here. Says register absence from work center. It opens a request page where we can input some data. Let's assume that we have some for the whole week. We some maybe have company vacation, and we'll maybe filter it just for one. I will use it maybe for paint department. And I will write if there are some previous registered absences. I will say okay. Now in the background, he has done some batch work. If we go to the register absences page, register absences. Here it has inputted for all days that I have inputted our absences. I can select all and I can say implement register absences, and I will say okay. If we go to the work center number 3 and to the absences, we can see here that it has inputted absences for all days. The important thing here is that these absences are not updated. So maybe you have inputted the absences, but you also need to update them from this page called capacity absences. And the important thing here that you need to do it one by one. So if I maybe say it, select everyone and go to latest absence updated, it will only update it one. So that is very important here. There is an idea in Business Central forum, so you can maybe vote for it, so it can update update entries in a batch. Similar as the previous, I will update manually for all days. And if I go to the calendar for the paint department, I can see there are no available minutes. That means that paint department currently is on our vacation. Now I will go to the second way how we can input absences or maybe some kind of maintenance work that needs to be inputted on capacity ledger entries. First of all, what are capacity ledger entries? Those entries are like similar to the item ledger entries that follow all entries regarding work and machine centers. Now I will go to the capacity journal. And I will say, I will use it some date, let's say today, call it document number Legra maintenance. For work center, maybe for cutting the metal. Maintenance was 90 minutes. And there was a stoppage time for 90 minutes because in those 90 minutes cutting the metal in the metal department had to be done, so machines had to be maintained, and stop code may be regular service of machines. I will go to the preview posting to see what will happen, and it will create a capacity ledger entries. And the important thing is that order NO is blank. That means that this capacity ledger entry is not related to any of the orders of production orders, and direct cost for this kind of entries are 0. So we do not have any kind of costs for this type of entries, but it can be very, very useful because we can input the data here. I know that tomorrow when I want to do some kind of analysis on capacity ledger entries, I have information that there was a 90 minutes of stoppage time in the work center, and I have a reason, and I have a stop code for that. Next thing is just to post it. I say yes. The lines were posted successfully, and this way we have registered our absences at the Business Central. I hope that you like this video. If you have any idea for next video, you can leave a comment, and thank you for your support.